We have had some excellent results in the 6 weeks running up to Christmas, but we've also had two dreadful results. This is the joy of lower league football. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Elgin City, and if you are a first-time visitor here, why not? Subscribe, like, watch and comment, help the channel to grow, help us to support that very good stuff that you can see scrolling at the top of your screen. And as you can see from the league table, we are lying second and we are doing very, very well, much better than I could have ever hoped for. And today we will play at home to Peterhead, who are bottom of the league and should be a very easy victory, but we have to be very, very careful because these games are always a potential banana skin. But before we get into what's been happening on and off the pitch, let's go to Match of the Month. And so moving to the schedule, when you were last with us, you saw us have that remarkable late 3-2 win over FC Edinburgh, and we followed that with another good victory, a 1-0 home victory over East Fife, before we then went on to beat a strong Cove Rangers by 3-2. We're still shifting goals, but we are still scoring more than the opposition, and that's always a good sign. And then we had two very, very poor results. We lost 2-1 at home to Dunfermline in the Scottish Cup third round, a match that we should have won, and that has upset the board quite a great deal. And then we lost away in the league to Alloa Athletic by 2-1. Another very, very disappointing performance. And this is what lower league football is all about. 1 week you're up, the next week you're down. But then we had two very tough games. And as you saw, we beat Partick Thistle away, the top club in the league, and we beat them by 4-2, scoring 2 late goals to win that match. And then third place Falkirk came to Elgin and we whipped them by 3-0 in a very, very comprehensive victory. 2 games against first and third, which we won very comfortably, and we had lost to 2 teams much lower in the league than ourselves. Welcome to lower league football. And today, as I said, we will take on Peterhead as we come up to the January transfer window. And talking of the winter transfer window, we do have a number of problems, and they are, of course, at fullback. We do have Cody McLeod, who is really just a backup to Daniel Church. He has asked to leave, although at the moment there is no interest in him. We probably will lose him if someone comes in and makes an offer for him. and so that will leave us desperately short at left back. And at right back we have Owen Cairns, who's unhappy with the amount of game time he's getting, and also Rhys Thomas, who's also very unhappy about the amount of game time they're getting. I have threatened them and told them that if they're going to moan and whinge about things, then I'm going to sell them, and both of them retracted their complaint. But Rhys Thomas is wanted, and if Sterling Albion do come in with an offer for him and his value is just £0, then we will probably have a job holding on to him. But if we can hold on to those two, that might solve the problem, because if we lose McLeod, then Rhys Thomas can come over to left back. We do have our eye on one left back, Lyle Booth. It is possible that we could sign him, but he does have a high transfer value, and we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. And also, we do have a young player out on loan who could come back, Matthew Henderson. He could come back from loan and fill in as a backup on the left-hand side. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the transfer window. But we do have problems at fullback, and it's always fullbacks where I seem to be getting problems throughout FM22 and FM23. But these are problems that I will have to deal with in the transfer window, and today we have a game to play against Peterhead at home. And as I said earlier on, this is not going to be a walkover. Teams lower in the league have been performing out of their skins against us, and we need to be very, very careful. It's a game we should win quite easily, but games like this are always a potential banana skin. So I think now it's time to go and kick some balls. And so the team for today is McHale in goal, with Cairns, Broadfoot, Anderson and Rhys Thomas at the back. We are giving games to Rhys Thomas, Cairns and McHale, as they are inferior opposition, and we do feel this is an opportunity to give these squad players some game time at the back here, because they are complaining about their lack of football. And then in midfield we'll have Draper, Hughes, Alston and Ross, very strong in midfield. And up front we have Hester and Fadahunsi. And so this is a game that I'd like to think we could be winning. I think that we should get the 3 points here, but I know FM of old, and I think that FM could possibly do the dirty on me. We're on a good run, boys. Let's get out there. Let's make the difference. This is a potential banana skin. I never feel very optimistic when I come into games where I'm playing against the bottom of the league club. But at the moment, it's fairly quiet. Nobody has had a shot in anger, and we do have the first highlight, and hopefully we can make the most of this. And here is Fadahusni, and he finds Cairns. Cairns is robbed. Can he get it back? But no, it is Peterhead who are bringing the ball forward. One of the things about FM23 is you don't know where the ball is going to end up at the end of a pass and who's going to have possession. And it's very hard to predict. And there's two examples there where passes just did not go to their intended target. But here come Peterhead, a long ball forward, and that's well defended. And Draper, he punts a long ball forward, and this is just one of those games where it's going to be ping-pong football. We are playing with a higher line, which is a little bit of a worry, as we can see there, as Rhys Thomas fails to collect that loose ball. And was it an error playing Rhys Thomas? And Peterhead have the first shot in anger. It's headed over the bar, and it remains 0-0. I never like these lower opposition games because they are so potentially a banana skin. I'd like to get an early goal to settle us. And have we got a penalty? The referee has pointed to the spot. It is a penalty for Elgin, and it is going to be Alston stepping up. He's missed one or two this season, but scored the majority. Let's put this one in, Alston. Let's make it 1-0. And he does. It's Elgin City 1, Peterhead 0. And that is the perfect start. 13 minutes are gone. We are 1-0 up, and I couldn't have wished for a better start to settle my nerves. In games like this, I'm always nervous, but Alston's put the penalty away. It is 1-0 to Elgin. and that's about as good a start as we could have possibly hoped for. Peterhead are going to be dangerous on the break. They do play this park the bus system, and they're just going to lump the ball forward, and playing the high line does worry me a little bit, but we are in the lead at the moment, and I think I might do something about that high line. If we see that they are looking to punt balls over the top, I might drop the lines back as the game goes on. But here we are playing it at the back. Again, it's always a bit worrying when they try to do that. But Broadfoot punts it forward, and we have picked up the second ball in midfield. Here's Anderson. Anderson with a long ball forward, looking for Hester. Hester has a chance, and he can't put it in, but that looked very close to the goalkeeper, dragging it over the line. We've had the better chances. It's still only 1-0 though. But we do have a throw, and here is Cairns. Cairns, that's a terrible throw, but we have won the second ball. There's a chance, and it has been put in, and Kane Hester has made it 2-0, and playing the high line, I think a gamble has worked. We are 2-0 up. We are closing the gap on Partick Thistle. We are 9 points behind Partick Thistle now. Well won by Ross, and Hester tucked it into the corner off the post. It's Elgin City 2, Peterhead 0. We'd like to just hold on now, defend well until half-time. Let's regroup. They're not really threatening us very much. It's 2-0. Can we make it 3-0 before half-time? Here is Draper. And there's a ball into the box. It's Anderson. Anderson turns and drives it in to the roof of the net. It's Elgin City 3, Peterhead 0. This looks like now game over, although we don't want to be complacent. I'm going to tell them that at halftime. We need to keep going, doing what we're doing. Brilliant turn by Anderson at centre-back. What a strike for a centre-back. And that makes it 3-0. Anderson's having a very, very good game. A number of players are having good games. And even Cairns is having a good game. And the ball is driven upfield, and here is a chance for Peterhead, and this is the worry. They do counter-attack, and that's a good save by McHale, and he deserves his chance. He's been a very patient reserve goalkeeper for us, sits on the bench without any fuss really, and he deserves a chance to play as Peterhead fire in the corner, but that's headed away. And here come Peterhead. They are looking to press before half-time, and there's a shot that's well saved and tipped over the bar, and it is another corner, and Peterhead are putting on the pressure as we come to half-time. I think I just need to tell the boys to focus here and just hold on. Do not concede before half-time. And I always worry also about shouting at them because they never seem to react very well to what I say. But hopefully now we can hold on till half-time. And the score is Elgin City 3, Peterhead 0. We are dominating the game really, and we should be. I'm going to say this is it's important to stay focused. Do not become complacent. And let's go and play the second half. And as the game goes on, I think we might become a little bit more defensive. I want to hold on to what we've got. It would be so easy for Peterhead to score a couple of quick goals, and then we could be in for a different game altogether. So we'll see how this pans out in the next 15 minutes, and then we might make some changes to the system. We are playing in a very attacking way, and it's paid off so far, but I don't like these long balls that are coming over the top, and there's a good header out by Anderson, and Broadfoot plays it forward. If we can pick up the loose ball now, we'll be okay, but we can't, and here's a chance, and this is what I was worried about, and that's a good tackle by Owen Cairns. He is on a yellow card, so I'm going to actually tell him to ease off the tackles a little bit. But he has given away a penalty, though. It's just a bit too late. And they have got a penalty, and this is what I was worried about. If they scored twice, it's a different game. It's now 3-1. And do I do something about this? Or do I leave it as it is? And I think we'll leave it as it is for the time being. I'd like us to get another one. And if we can get another one, then that will be game over. But we're not really attacking too well at the moment. And the second half has been a little bit tame. And here is Fada Husni. He finds Hughes. Hughes is looking up the line for Cairns. Cairns on a yellow card worries me, so I might have to take him off. And he has lost the ball, which is probably another good reason for taking him off. And there's that long ball forward again. And they do look dangerous from that. And they do have another chance, and they have made it 3-2. And now I am going to pull the lines back. This is not looking good now. And I really am getting very, very worried now. It's Elgin 3, Peterhead 2. This is what can happen in this league. And that long ball over the top, and if we are too high up the pitch, then they will score. And whilst we've attacked well in the first half, we have defended very poorly. It was my fault. I should have done something about it at half-time. I didn't. I just hope that I've reacted in time now. And I think maybe it could be time to make some changes. I'm worried about Cairns being on the yellow card. We don't want to play a sent-off at this point. And Gilhooly can come on and do a very good job for him on the right-hand side. But we are playing it about. Let's try and get another goal before I make these changes. Here is Alston. Alston finds Rhys Thomas. Rhys Thomas is robbed, and that is poor play by Rhys Thomas. And these boys have not done themselves justice. There's the cross into the box. It's 3-3, and I wonder why I knew this was going to happen. It's 3-3 now, and I am going to absolutely berate the team. This is absolutely unacceptable defending, and both Rhys Thomas and Cairns have been shocking in defence. Rhys Thomas, although Cairns has a rating, I don't know what I'm saying, Cairns has a rating of 7.2, but he's coming off. Both fullbacks have been absolutely shocking here. So let's have a look at this highlight. Are they going to take the lead, Peterhead? And they will have scored 4 times in 15 minutes if they do. This is absolutely shambolic. And I don't know what is going on in defence here. We have to remain positive. I might go attacking in the last 15 minutes because this is really poor. Rhys Thomas puts a long ball over the top, and here is Hester, and Hester's made it 4-3. Oh boy, whilst we are scoring goals, we are leaking goals, something chronically. I think it is time to make some substitutions now. Do I take Cairns and Thomas off? They are. That was a brilliant assist from Thomas. I really don't know what to do. This is such a difficult save. Broadfoot is having a terrible game by the look of it. Let's go and make some changes. And so we've made a few changes. We've taken off Broadfoot, brought on Leddy, and Thomas has come on for Draper, who wasn't having the greatest game, and Henderson has replaced Fada Husni in an effort to try and get another goal. Henderson, who's been in extremely good form of late. And let's make a couple more changes. I think that Thomas does need to come off now. And we'll bring on, Daniel Church can come on. And I think Cairns can come off now. And we will bring on Gilhooly. And we need to try and see this game out now. It's Elgin City 4, Peterhead 3. I think we've just about edged it. We just about deserve to win it. But there is going to be one last highlight as McHale finds Leddy. Leddy's looking for Henderson. It doesn't find his man. It's picked up by Thomas in midfield. Here is Ross. Ross to Church. Church, who's having a very, very good season, drives forward. He's looking for Henderson, and Henderson has just put it past the post. It remains 4-3, and there is going to be another highlight. Thank you very much, FM. You're not going to let me have this very easily. Henderson's looking to win the ball, but here come Peterhead, and Peterhead nearly through, but well intercepted by Leddy, who's come on for Broadfoot, who was having a terrible game. And we need this highlight to end. FM, I'm really not very happy about this. And there's a ball over the top. Church has intercepted it. Gilhooly comes and tidies up, and here is Hester. Hester, who's having a good game, puts Henderson in, and Henderson should have scored. And boy, oh boy, FM is driving me crazy here. We need the final whistle now, referee. Here is Church intercepting the long ball, and that is headed into touch. And now, come on, referee, let's have the final whistle. There's still going to be more highlights here, and Peterhead are looking to bring it forward. And they are, and that's intercepted by Anderson. He finds Alston. Alston's looking for Henderson, but that's into no man's land and picked up by the Peterhead defender. And this is going on and on and on and on. And usually if there is a long highlight, there's a goal at the end of it. But that was a bit speculative by Peterhead. It remains 4-3, and that is full time. What a game. My nerves are shot, but I'm going to say well done. Well done. That was an excellent win. A game that is potentially a banana skin. And if we just have a look, what has happened here? Partick Thistle, they have beaten Kelty Hearts by 1-0. So they've maintained that 9-point gap. But we can be very pleased with ourselves as we come in to the transfer window. Forfar have made an offer of £500 for Cody McLeod. I have to accept that. He's desperate to leave, and so that is part one of my transfer window problems beginning. And so if we have a look at the schedule and what's coming up, you can see our run of good form is you can see that we are in good form recently. We've just lost those 2 games unexpectedly. And what I will do is I'll come back after the transfer window has closed, and we'll come back for the away match at Cove Rangers, who are a very, very good team, and we'll struggle to beat them away. And that's it for this video. If you are new, why not subscribe, watch, like and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support all that good stuff that you can see scrolling at the top of the screen. And it has been a good day in the end. A very narrow victory. We are outscoring the opposition recently, which is lucky, and we are fairly pleased here at Elgin. We're not supposed to be doing this well, and so we're very happy here at Elgin City. And that's it for now. All that remains to be said now. Take care, and we'll see you all in the next episode.